Hello, this is RM Prime bringing you the video review for Toyworld TW-C02 Unearth, which is their take on Masterpiece Scavenger. Now, much like the other Constructicon TW-C01 Bulldozer, we've got a nice picture here on the box of their Unearth. But you can also see in the background there, up above his shoulder, is what looks to me like Unicron. If I bring in, here we go, if you bring in a Bulldozer, and you can see here, it does look a lot like Unicron. The box arts do line up quite nicely. Obviously that's not by accident. I can't wait to see the full image. I hope that is Unicron, because that would be really cool. Okay, so let me bring that back out again. Oh yeah, much like Bulldozer, he does have the side art. Excuse me for leaning across. This is a very large table. He does have the other part of the picture for Devastator, which is I think this was an IDW. I think it was IDW that had this design for Devastator, which is what they're basing this toy off of. Not the G1 cartoon, but it's still G1. So yeah, obviously when we get all the parts, it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're going to get the full picture of Devastator on your shelf if you have him in the box. But who would want to keep it in the box? That's my question, because these things are gorgeous. So let's, so like I said last time, it's the same box. You've got here the picture on the top, looks like Cybertron to me. Something on the back, Unicron, I think, again here. Anyway, let's just get this open. And here we go. We get the nice black foam again. We also get the bio card, the lenticular card, and the sticker, which I'll never use. Excuse me. We got the instruction manual like last time. It's just it's a 2-page booklet. Has the instructions inside and how to get into limb mod. I will say this, the instructions are not very clear on one part, which I'll get to in the review. So here we go. Much like TW-C01, we get a nice collection of items in this box. So we get the Devastator arm. Let's pull that out. This is a different piece compared to the one that came with Bulldozer. The top section is completely different. The other one, on hand, yeah, here we go. The other one had this bar and these two holes there. This one's got a completely different menu that goes right over and clips in like this. I'll show that off in a minute. He comes with the hand for Devastator mode. Pull it out. It's the exact same hand, just obviously it's flipped over to be the opposite hand. Exact same, yep. He comes with the drill bit. There we go, the drill bit. I forgot to mention this in my Bulldozer review, but I would prefer that this was painted silver, but I can do that with a paintbrush. Okay, so yeah, here we go. So there's the extra treads and the screw covers. There we go. Up here we have his small gun. Nice gun. Yeah. And right, and here's the main thing. Here we have, or there it was. Here we have Unearth, or Scavenger. Let's get him out. Okay, here we go. Here is Unearth out of the box and in vehicle mode. It's a very nice interpretation of Scavenger. And yeah, I'm really liking this. One thing, when the toy does come in the box, it comes with these two black pieces attached to the back of the vehicle mode. If you have that tabbed in, you actually limit the articulation of vehicle mode. It's not supposed to be like that. What you do, if you just take them off, which can be a little bit hard to do. Where's my screwdriver? Come on, there we go. There we go. Right. They should be down like that. Right then, so it should be like this, with these black pieces down. Because if you have them up, what you can't do is you can't rotate, which has a full rotation. Other articulation, the crane arm, which has a full extension on the scoop. The arm has a full arm and piston movement. Same with the pistons here as well. Sorry, I should have mentioned that. And it goes all the way down as well. That is as far as it's going to get if you've got it on the table. It's quite a good reach. And right up. And come on, there we go. Scoop it in. And it goes in that much as well. And we've also got the little cab on the front here. And we have the working treads. On this paper it doesn't really roll very well, but on other things it works better. There we go. So there you go. You can see it rolls on this really loose paper that I'm using this as a background. Okay, that's pretty much it for articulation in vehicle mode. Like before, I'm going to show you limb mode while he's still in his vehicle form. Now, what I'll do is I'm going to take out... I'm going to take this out first. This joint is going to lose you some fingers. But, oh, actually that worked very well this time. I'm actually surprised by that. So, you need to pull this this little bar out. This is going to be the shoulder connection. You're going to use this little slots here on the side. Here, 1, 2, and 3. These will obviously slot into whatever they're going to call. I forget what they're going to call their hook. They'll hook in there, and they'll be very good shoulders. I forgot to show this, but the way it turns is it pulls and turns, pulls and turns, pulls and turns. I didn't show that on Bone Crusher. So that's a nice, and it will not turn unless it pulls out. So the ratchets that we're going to be on Devastator are going to be strong. Thank God, because this is going to be a massive thing. So also, since we're going to be putting them into limb mode, you need to put these things back in. It just holds it all together nice and strong. So that, there we go. Just so how well that went in there, really clicked in. There we go. So that's going to hold it nice and strong. In order to attach this to here, we need to line up these two pegs, and this slot with this little part here, these two screw holes here, and oh, sorry, you can't see that. These two holes here. What we're going to do is we're going to do slot first, then these two, then these two. So you get that hooked around. Then it's best to just pull them like this. Then both fingers on here and push forward, and that will line up the two here. Then pull this down and secure it, pushing tightly in, and there you go. It's solid. It really is solid. It's a really good arm. Yeah, it's going to be a really stable combiner. I am not worried one bit about this combiner when it's fully made. Like before, I showed you the drill goes in here, push it in, 1-2 clicks, and it's in. It won't come out again. Push the purple button to get it out. It's actually easier than the last one. And the hand goes in, 2 clicks, 1. There we go. What was that? 2 clicks? Yes, it was. Okay. There we go. And there's the arm. Let me just bring in the transformer just to show you how big this arm is. Here is Sound Blaster. I'm going to lie him down next to it just so you can see. There we go. I've put his toes right next to the tips of the fingers. And Sound Blaster ends at the cab. Let me just stand them up. And there we go. Oh, you can't see that. I'm so sorry. That's him on his fingertips. Yeah, the elbow starts at Soundwave or Sound Blaster's head, and it keeps going and going and going. Articulation wise, is the same as the other arm. The arm rotates forward, and you get a nice bend, a nice deep bend on the elbow. The hand has got full rotation. The fingers are fully articulated. They can do the same handstanding pose I showed you last time in the bulldozer one. I won't do that again just because it takes too long to set it up. But it does do it, and it's stable as well. There we go. Yeah, that's the arm. You can pretty much do what you want with the crane. The instructions show you to do it like this, but you can do it however you want. You can have it like that if you so choose. You cannot rotate this around though. Like many people have like the Toyworld, not the Toyworld, the TFC Constructicons. They have this up here. You can't do that with this. There's no rotation in the actual arm. By the way, I just want to show you here that you saw how hard it was for me to put on. Taking this arm off is actually very easy. You just pull and it disconnects like that. Okay, so transformation into robot mode. Now, before I start, I want to say here, I did say in my last review about how this joint was 10 times worse than the one on Bulldozer. When I was doing my group shot for the end of the last review, I discovered the instructions are a little bit wrong. I'll get to that when I get to that piece, which is coming up very quickly, but I wanted to let you know that the instructions for this product are wrong. And if you do it the way the instructions are showing you, you will really hurt your fingers. So please pay attention. The way I'm going to show you is minimal effort and it moves a lot easier. So just pay attention. So anyway, first of all, let's come back here and I need to untab those things from the arm mode. There we go, that's done down. We'll start with the legs. So the legs are pretty much the exact same as pretty much the exact same as Bone Crusher or Bulldozer. The feet are different though. These feet, they just split in two ways like so. It looks the same. Oh sorry, you can't see that on this screen. I'm so sorry, let me do that again. So the feet, yeah, these parts should be in like that. Make sure that flips around to the front and pegs in there. There's a little slot right in there. Flip that in. You split these parts. The tab is a little long on this foot. There we go. This tab is a little bit long, and it goes around and flops in there nicely. The one on Bone Crusher was a little bit more involved, but not much. So anyway, there we go. There are the legs. You need to make sure that you put these things on to the back like last time. Come on, there we go. Because this is what helps keep the keeps the treads from falling off when you're actually posing him in robot mode. Actually, I'll show you that. So when you have this on, you can bend the leg like so, and the treads follow the knee. On the other leg, if you don't have those on, like this, and you do that, then the treads fall free. So yeah, so that's important. You need to have these over. Take this purple crotch piece, flip it up, and then make the hips. Pull it in. There's a peg here, and there's a slot here that goes in there. That holds it together nice and tight. You get to just. A lot of this toy is like using your strength. Yeah, there we go. Oh, there we go. You really can't see how much effort I'm putting into these. It's actually quite funny. Move the arm up for the crane, and that will. There we go. Make sure that's all lined up, and that will just peg into the body. You got to push it. There we go. And there we are. Legs done. Now, the arms. What we're going to do is you're going to take these panels here at the front, take them and fold them up over like this. Don't push them down, just put them up. Oh, need to move this up and out of the way just now. Don't peg this down, just put it away to the side. Then pull the arms free. Make sure like that. There we go. Now come here and pull it up, flip this down. Put that out of the way and put that over like so. On the other side, untie it there, and push it under, tap it over, and there we go. Now, you need to bring the arm and slot it into the upper part of the torso, like so. Like that. Now then, you need to then pull it down. Pull it down. Now, here's when things get a little bit crazy. There's these panels. There's one panel on the top of the arm. Pull it up. There's one panel on the bottom of the arm, right here. This is on a little clip, so be careful. When you're putting it back into vehicle mode, this will probably come loose. Put it like that and down like that. So we go. It's just on tiny clips. There we go. Can't see it. There we go. Tiny little clips. So it just goes right back on again. Just be careful with that piece because you might lose that. But anyway, so just pull it up and around, put it flat onto the arm. Then, oh, sorry, don't unhook the arm. The arm full. Oh, hang on, yeah. To hold the arm in place, these two panels, they hold that down. So you've got the leverage for getting the arms down. That was my mistake. Extend the arm. This cab, rotate it around, put it down like that. If you want to, you can do it like that or like that. It's up to you. This is how it's done in the instructions. So, then this tab folds in and covers the arm. Okay, this panel opens up, and we're going to show you something that I'm not happy with. If I can get the hand out. Oh, hang on, that finger's extended. There you go. So, when I got this delivered to me, I had the unfortunate thing to find 1, 2, 3. Oh, there's no finger there. But there is the peg. You can see that little white dot there. The finger was broken when I got mine in the mail. I've spoken to my supplier. They've not got back to me yet, but yeah, I will have to return the whole figure just to get a finger. Hope they can just send me a replacement for that. Also, something else, the hand right here. If you can see it, there we go. Right there is a little hole, which would have been great for a peg, but there is no peg. No peg. So this folds down, doesn't lock into place. The hand can go loose in there. You can put it over and push this down, but then that locks the hand the wrong way. So it's just gonna sit there. I mean, yeah. It's an annoying thing. It's nothing to lose sleep over. I mean, that finger, that's of course a much bigger issue than these not pegging in. But I would prefer that they peg in, because especially on Bulldozer, the arm is pegged in definitely, and that was very secure, and I liked that. So anyway, so yeah, the same on the other arm. Pull it up. Pull this up like that. Extend the arm. Pull it down. Flap down. Open. Hand out. This hand was fine, but it still has that problem of that it doesn't peg in. Okay, on the back you can do it if you want with the shovel. It's actually very standy. You don't have to balance it on the crane arm, which is good. Okay, now here's when the instructions get things wrong. Getting this piece transformed. This is supposed to end up on his back, which is plenty of space for it to be on there. But the way the instructions tell you to do it, you're going to lose a finger. I'm not ashamed to admit, when I first tried to transform this thing, it took me about 20 minutes to get this onto the back. Then, when I was doing my group shot for the Bulldozer review, I discovered an easier way to do it, which can be done in seconds. And it's not in the instructions. So I'm going to show you how to do this now. Well, the instructions tell you to unpeg here, and then do the rotations and get it over the back. The problem with the instructions is this joint is massively tight. It was tight on Bone Crusher, Bulldozer, and here it's even tighter. But there is a good way of doing it. Basically, do not untab these two little knobs, and just hold it when you're doing this, and it gives you the exact leverage that you need to get this to work. So you hold it here, finger here, and come on, no, don't do that. Oh my gosh, okay. Right. You're going to need to take the whole arm like that. So the whole arm is sticking straight forward. Then you're going to take this part and point it down, which can be a little bit tough. Be careful with your fingers. Oh, come on. Even doing it like this, even though I'm telling you how to use it with less force, it is still really tough. This is gonna... There we go. Whew! Right. So, it's now in a L shape going down. Now, with the instructions, fold this part in on both sides, like so. Loosen this. These little pegs here, there's a hole in this part right here. There we go. This hole goes to this peg. Now, put it to the side, straighten it out. Now, rotate that up. And then fold these two grey pieces down. So it's nice and straight. then simply flip it over. This hole goes here, this hole goes here. Boom, 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 done. That process took me 20 minutes. The first time I did this toy. Yes. So, instructions, do not do that. Follow what I just did for you. Last thing you do is you pull up the head. Which can be a little bit tough. Goodbye fingernails. Okay, sorry about this. Just gonna get under the... There we go. There we go. Here we are. Here is Unearth in robot mode. And it does look like a really, really good interpretation of the toy. Of the character, sorry. Of Scavenger. Now, articulation is pretty much the same as last time. The arm is a full 360. The arm can also go... It's got a bit of a double elbow and a double shoulder. So you can get a nice... Oh, sorry, you can't see that because it's so large. Let me just sit him down. So, the double elbow. Move it there, tab up, and there you go. So it's a very good up motion there. Okay, back down. He's got the very good elbow. The hand goes up and down a little bit thanks to that not locking in place. It does rotate. It should rotate. Come on. There we go. It's rotating now. It's... There we are. 360 rotation. Now, the fingers. I've already mentioned my problem with the fingers. The problem is that the fingers are very small. And they're on balls. They're on ball joints. So, and they're not the best fingers, to be honest with you. There's a little bit of flash there. And you can see this one's a little bit wobbly in there. Which is why it was stuck when I was transforming it. It's the same on the other arm. Yeah. Waist, it's got a waist swivel. You need to make sure the scoop out of the way. But he's got a full rotation at the waist. Yeah, that's not... There we go. And the legs, they go all the way back. Not as much... I think it's not as much as Bone Crusher's. But he does get a very good front as well. So... yeah, you can probably get him some really good poses with these joints. Put it down. Mine's a little bit loose on this leg. I've tried tightening that up with the screw, but it doesn't seem to hold. This leg is completely fine. I think I just might have to return this toy and get another one. So yeah, the feet, the hinge here can help you do little dynamic poses. The rotation is the same as well. It can rotate, but you're not going to get much out of it. Actually, that's a lot better than I had on the other one. That's a lot of rotation I just got on that. This is one pegged up here on the tread. Be careful of that. The treads just clip on and off. So if it does come loose, just clip it right back, and it's fine. They do give you the plenty of movement in the feet as well to your dynamic poses. Like with Bone Crusher, you do get the peg in the hand. I forgot to say this again. Here's the gun. The gun's got a slot, and there's a tab in the hand. Excuse that rumbling noise. Out of the way. The gun pegs in securely. And you can rotate the fingers around the gun, like so. Okay, that's just going to get annoying. There we go. So yeah, it's not going to drop that gun anytime soon, because that leg's a bit loose. So yeah, get out of there. Okay. Let's get some size comparisons at night. So let's put him over to this side. Let's bring him in with his teammate, Bulldozer. And yeah, to the head, they are the same height. Oh, hang on, there you go. So to the head, they are the same height. Yeah. On this camera here, it looks like Unearth is taller. He isn't. He's just, this part here is bigger, so it makes it look a little bit taller. Yeah, they're the same size, which means, of course, that everything else is going to be the same size. Let's just bring in a couple of toys. What's the hand? Let's bring back in Sandblaster, so I already used him. So, Sandblaster. Same as Soundwave. Good size. And what else can I bring in here? Bring in Skywarp, because I really hate Starscream. He's so loose. The Skywarp isn't. So yeah, Skywarp's bigger. Not by much though. The head comes to pretty much his nose. So, some negatives. I really did not like the instructions for this toy, because most of it was intuitive, but this piece, the combiner port, oh, I hate you. I would say the hand with the broken finger, and the way that it doesn't peg into the wrist to hold it in place. I don't like that. I cannot see anywhere on him to put the Decepticon symbol. I mean, on the original G1 it should be here, but that's just far too small. I have to put one up here perhaps, or over here. I would prefer that this part here would have been so much better if it was green. Just to match the shoulders, because they just look strange. Let me just angle them down so you can see it. This camera's a bit low. Yeah. So yeah, if these parts were green, it would have looked a lot better. Because it just looks like these grey parts, and that was green in the show. And I know what I said about too much green with Bone Crusher, but there's enough purple already, which is show accurately with the legs. Yeah. I would have preferred also if the combiner port wasn't so obviously just sitting behind his head. That's a minor thing. Yeah, you can, but that's fine. But it is massive at the back. Nothing you can do about that. It's a crane arm. It has to be there for the vehicle mode, and we do not have mass shifting in our toys yet. So yes, it's annoying, but what are you going to do? Right. Final thoughts on this guy though. I like it. Now that I've figured out this transformation arm, I really like it. Once I get this hand fixed, I'll like it even more. Toyworld are doing a really good job with these Constructicons. Let me just bring back in Bone Crusher. Where did I put him? Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, they're doing a really good job with these guys. Let's get in here. So yeah, these are really good products. I recommend that you do actually pick these up, because these are going to be like what Quake Wave was like. Basically sleeper hits. Nobody thought Quake Wave was going to be as massive as he was. And then everyone wanted Quake Wave after he came out. These guys are going to go the same way. Yeah. Masterpiece Devastator is going to be massive. I can't wait to see the legs. They're going to be massive as well, which are coming out very soon. Hopefully I can get them before I move house. Then I have to wait just another couple of more weeks to get the long haul and hook to finish them off. And the fact that they're doing these guys so quickly and doing them this powerfully impresses me a lot. They're just doing a really good job. Okay, so this is RM Prime. Thank you for watching my video. Please like, comment below, and I'll talk to you soon. Goodbye.
Transformers, defenders of truth, robots who fight in disguise. Transformers.